What's going on, guys? T-Mark here, and today I'm bringing you guys an episode of Call of Duty Ghosts 101. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Frag grenade versus the Semtex grenade. This is an age-old question in Call of Duty. Everybody wants to know which one is better each year, and today we're going to be comparing the two. So the first thing I'm going to take a look at is your vulnerability time when you're throwing these things. This is how long it takes from when you press the button until when this thing is out of your hand and you can shoot your weapon again. You know, obviously, you can't defend yourself during this time, so it's pretty important to have the faster one, and they're both the same. Both the Frag and the Semtex take 1.5 seconds to get out of there. Now, next up, I want to take a look at the time to detonate. So this is how long it takes from when you press the button until when that explosive blows up. So for the Frag, it's always 4.3 seconds. No matter if you're throwing it and releasing it right away, no matter if you're cooking it, no matter if you're holding it and killing yourself, whatever it is, it's going to take 4.3 seconds for the Frag to blow up. For the Semtex, it's a little bit more complicated. If you release the Semtex right away, it only takes 3 seconds to blow up, which is a really big deal. That's 1.3 seconds faster than the Frag. That's 30% faster. So if somebody's capping a Domination Flag and you want to stop them, the Semtex is going to blow up faster, and that extra 1.3 seconds could be the deciding factor between the cap of the Flag or not. So the Semtex kind of has a good thing in its category there, but also it's a little bit more complicated because you can hold the Semtex forever. You know, once you prime that thing, you can hold it in your hand and walk around, and it's never going to blow up in your hand like the Frag would. So it takes 1 second for the Semtex to prime and get it up into throwing position, and it takes 2 seconds after you release it from that throwing position to blow up. So if you're walking around with it primed, it actually only takes 2 seconds for the Semtex to blow up, which again is even faster. Now, next up, let's take a look at the actual features, like the intangible features of these two grenades. So, what does the Frag do that the Semtex doesn't? Well, the Frag has the ability to cook it, so you can really kind of place it better and be a lot more precise with your grenade throws. You know, with the Semtex, if you throw it at an enemy, it gives him 2 seconds to get away from that spot. With the Frag, if you throw a cooked Frag at an enemy, you can make it so that as soon as that Frag is at his feet, it's blowing up. So it kind of makes it so the enemies can't get away from your explosive if you cook the Frag correctly. So that's obviously a pretty good thing. Also, the Frag can bounce and roll to get to areas where the Semtex can't. So you can use the Frag to, bounce it off of walls, ceilings, bounce it around corners, all kinds of things to kind of be a little bit more precise and a little bit more creative with your grenade throws. Now, next up, what does the Semtex do that the Frag can't? Well, kind of on the opposite end of what we just talked about, it sticks to surfaces, which can be a really good thing, especially if you stick it to an enemy. There's no way they're going to live through that. So, obviously that's a good thing. It doesn't happen often. But also, it's a good thing that it sticks because, say that there's a Domination Flag in the middle of a flat area. If you want to nade that thing, with the Frag, it'll land on it, but then it'll roll away. So it's kind of hard to get the Frag to land right in the middle of the Dom Flag. But with the Semtex, you can make it land wherever you want. That thing is not going to roll after it touches the ground. So this can be a really good thing, and it can be a really bad thing. It just depends on the situation and what type of player you are and what game mode you're playing. So both of them, kind of have pluses and minuses on the same topics in a sort of sense. Now, next up, for the final part of this video, I want to take a look at both the throwing range of these two and the kill radius of these two. These are obviously the more important kind of pieces to the puzzle for the comparison. So for the throwing range, I wasn't concerned with throwing the grenades the farthest that they could possibly go. I was just concerned with if they were thrown in the exact same way, aimed at the exact same thing, how far would they each go? How do they compare? So I was on Warhawk, I threw it at the exact same yellow flag right here, and as you're going to see, they actually both land in this red circle right here. So they both have the exact same throw range, but technically the Frag's is a little bit farther because it rolls. When the Semtex hit that red circle, it stuck right there. When the Frag hit it, it rolled along that flat street a little bit farther. So technically the Frag has a slightly larger throw range. Now, finally, the most important stat, the kill radius. How powerful are these things? How close do you have to get this explosive to an enemy for when it blows up, it actually kills them? Well, it's kind of hard to test. It's not really easy because the Frag is constantly rolling around. The Semtex, I got it exact, but with the Frag, when you're throwing it at the ground trying to see how far it takes to kill you, it's rolling around, so it's a little bit tougher to do, but I'm pretty sure I got pretty close. I think both of them are nearly the exact same, maybe plus or minus a half a foot or something like that. Both of them have this kill radius right here, which, as you can see, is truly not that big. Like, it's been much bigger in previous years. So if you're planning on using lots of explosives, danger close may be the way to go. But anyway, yeah, the Frag and the Semtex and Ghosts have about the same kill radius, so there's no definite winner there. So I mean, which one's better? What's the verdict? There's not really a clear-cut winner this year. Like there has been in previous years. You know, usually the Frag was much more powerful than the Semtex was, but it's not the case this year. You know, this year it's more about personal preference and more about your playstyle. I mean, if you're somebody that really likes grenades and really wants to be very precise, and you know, you're in a game mode where the kills really matter, you know, maybe something like search and destroy where you really want to be able to put them right on top of people and kill people, frags are probably the best way to go. But if you're playing a respawn game type, especially something like TDM, I think that the Semtex is better because you can just kind of throw that thing, hope you get a kill, but if you don't, that's alright, because you know, you're going to have your weapon back up and you're not worrying about cooking and, you know, kind of putting yourself out of commission for a couple of seconds. So really, it's all about personal preference, what your playstyle is, and what game type you're playing. Both of them are pretty good, but I'd be interested to hear which one you guys like better. What do you like better, the Frag or the Semtex, and why? Leave a comment down below, that'd be much appreciated. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating. I'm thinking about coming out with a C4 versus canister bomb video, which those are kind of like the slower throwing, more powerful explosives in this game. So if you guys would like to see that, leave a like and let me know. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. So catch you guys later. Check out these other two videos if you haven't seen it. And peace out, guys.